So this is the binary game. And back when I taught Cisco, one of the most difficult things that students had to deal with was the ability to convert regular numbers into binary. And the reason that is so key is because it allows them to convert into binary so that they can understand where networks lie. And then it also allows them to convert into hexadecimal, which is just another way of addressing. So all of this goes back into making sure they can properly put the correct IP address on the devices so that each device, computer, tablet, phone, internet phone, can access the network. And this is one of the key components that students need to understand in order for them to be successful and to pass the test to get certified for Cisco. So just recently discovered that there is a game. This implements, of course, the principles of gamification, which allows the students to kind of rehearse in a realistic type scenario the ability to convert numbers, decimal numbers, into binary. So the binary game is basically played by, of course, you come here, you can look at the instructions if needed, and it'll explain how the game is played. And it basically just says these are the different puzzles, and of course goes back to the CCNA routing and switching study materials. But to play the game, you click in here, and then if there is a number in this block, we would click on the numbers needed to add to that number in binary. So the way the binary works, series of ones and zeros. If they're turned on, then they count. If they're not turned on, then they don't count. So we have zeros everywhere in the 128, 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, and 1 slots. In order for us to get to 5, we have to turn on the 1 and we have to turn on the 4. So really it's basic math, but the issue is students frequently have an issue with converting this math quickly. And it's even more difficult in a scenario like this where now you have to convert the binary into the decimal number because it requires you to do some quicker math. So the good thing about this game is it allows you to test the student's ability to quickly convert the numbers. Because in a real life scenario, they're going to have to be able to quickly understand how to convert binary. So for example, in this scenario, we teach the students the principle of subtracting whenever you have all of these numbers to add up. So instead of adding that one, I just subtract. And I'm going to go ahead and quickly pause it right here. So that last screen showed that they added something to the fourth portion of the game, and so now it's, you have more of a timer, more of a rush to make sure that you're finding the correct answer, because just like in a real life scenario, you don't have all the time in the world to figure out this address. So let's go ahead and resume, and here we would just subtract 1 from 255, and we would end up with, if I get the answer right, 254. And that one was correct. And then here, in order for us to get 33, we have to turn off everything except for 32 and 1, yep. And then here, in order for us to get 35, we have to turn on 32, turn off 8 and 4, we turn on the 2 and we turn on the 1, and we have 35. To get 10, we turn on the 8 and the 2. And as you can see, it actually starts to become pretty fun if you're able to quickly convert the numbers. But the emphasis is on being able to quickly convert the numbers. So one of the reasons that I think this would be such a helpful resource is because a lot of times when they go to take the end of the course exam, or when they go to get certified for CCNA, they get hung up on the ability to convert numbers quickly into binary, and it slows them down from answering the questions that they know, because they don't understand and not able to easily and quickly convert the numbers from binary to decimal.